Gunrapo Sai versus Reddy. Lavangu Vaishali. Lingam Srinidhi. Pendyala Teja. VV Rishita.
Selected for TCS. From mechanical, yes, selected for Accenture and Evosis Global. P. Haran, selected for Evosis Global. Thank you.
D. Nilesh, Evosis Global. B. Amrita Srileela Sahiti, she got placed in 5 companies: NTT Data, ENH, ICQ, Procarma, Wipro, and Intel. CVN Sai Anu, TCS. B. Sahiti, placed. K. Nagasura Chinmayi, Mindtree. M. Bhavesh, selected in Evosis Global. P. Sai Salya, Mindtree. P. Akshay, selected in Value Momentum. Sravyavani, selected in Brain. Ushasvi Lankapalli, selected in Mindtree. Bedavadi Soumya, placed in Value Momentum. G. Lohita Lakshmi, placed in Mindtree. M. Gauri Sri, placed in Mindtree and TCS. Nitesh, placed in OpenText and Mindtree. P. Suvarshita, placed in TCS. Sirisivani Ravi, placed in Value Momentum. T. Suprabha, Value.
dear students outgoing, parents, ladies and gentlemen. Any education ensures three important days. One is the inauguration of the new batch of students, induction program, which you got about 4 years ago. The second one is the convocation where the passing out students take the degrees. The third important day is today. That is the Achievers Day. The Achievers Day, many people join in the Education Institute with the aim of getting a good job or going abroad. In our students, about 20-25% of the students are opting to go abroad, and the other people are choosing to go into the job, and about 5-10% are settling in their own industry or business. This is how the composition is. The university policy is, whoever joins at the Geetham University, you should walk out with a job or a foreign seat or a good foundation to start their own industry or help them, parents, in their business. That is how it is. So naturally, combining these three, we have to develop our curriculum and also plan our activities, the extracurricular activities, co-curricular activities, in addition to the curriculum anyway is an important aspect. Visualizing the importance of the guidance for all aspects, Geetham University, the last 1 year, has created, instead of training and placement, a new cell, calling that one as the guidance and counseling. That is the GCGC, what it is. The idea of this one is, right from the first year, we have to develop their career rather than only training and placement. It's not the placement training alone. Their career development is what the Geetham has been planning, and we are going in that direction. And some of the outgoing students, what they are missing is the student's life. Our young president visualized the need of the student life, a good life on the campus. A separate unit has been created as the student life to see that you enjoy the campus when you are here. It is not only by the good education with the other activities. So for that, a director has been appointed. These are the two things that have come up in the recent past 1 year. Now, last year, as all of us know, it is a pandemic year for throughout the world. But the life cannot stop because of the pandemic. We have to see what is that we have to do, how to get our children. I say our children, when they are on the campus, all of us treat your children when parents are here as our children. So our concern was how to train our children in this pandemic to get a good job. There are several challenges we have faced, and with our own innovative solutions and the support of the management, we could find reasonable answers for those problems. The foremost thing, January 16, 2020, the government of Telangana asked to close down the institute. That was by the time, majority of the students who passed out in 2020 got job offers or training programs have been over. We did not have much difficulty because the placement activities, the training, etc. are over by the middle of March 2020. But all our concern was what to do with these final years who are passing out in 2021. Because the conditions are not allowing the students to come onto the campus, and how to do the job with the online, that is the training, and also the placements. Really, we were concerned about that. Fortunately, the kind of a confidence level we were able to build up with the industry, and also the kind of discipline and the requirement what the industry looks for. We educate our students and they are able to stand up to the expectations of the industry. This two together is making Geetham as one of the choice destinations for the recruiters to come. So in that way, I am very happy, and we do hope that to keep up that kind of a the first place in the city, first we go to Githam and next only to the other places is a kind of feeling many of the industries have with the help of our faculty and the trainers from the outside. And more important thing is the students and also the parents who support the students' concentration on that, encouraging them to get this kind of training is important. I congratulate all the achievers to get into that, and I also remind them, your achievement is good, but your achievements are not over. Today you got a small job. You have to achieve different milestones and cross different milestones, and wherever, whichever the industry has chosen you, I want you to be the leader by meeting the aspirations and expectations of the company, and you should be the achievers throughout your life till you reach superannuate. When you achieve one milestone, you expect to achieve the other thing. That is what I expect you to grow in your professional career, and I wish you all the best. Congratulate all the achievers of the day. Thank you very much. That are coming, and also to meet the today's industrial needs. The curriculum revision is going on. Curriculum revision is it is a ever-ending process, and we should be able to match the industrial needs, keeping that in mind. The curriculum revision goes on every 2 to 3 years. So this year again, our people are revising the syllabus, and I'm glad the students got placed. Around 500 students have come today. Some of the students are not able to come because they are at a distance place. And about 200, 198 or so, they got the multiple offers. And I was told one person got some 7 to 8, that is what I remember they told. And my immediate reaction was, why did you allow him to attend 7 to 8 interviews? Because we'd like everybody to get the job. And when we get one laddu, you can try for the second laddu. Not some people not getting one laddu, people try to take 2 laddus. I mean, in a light vein. So our intention is some of the parents feel unhappy when we say that a boy or girl got about 5 lakhs job, when we say that we don't permit you for a 8 lakhs job or 10 lakh job. Why we should not? Only the concern is there will be people with 4 or 5 jobs, and there will maybe people without any job. Our interest is at the university to see to it getting a good job. Our policy is after getting the one job, what is called as the dream job. I am interested in that. Since I did not get that, I was settled with that. Allow me to attend the dream job, and we permit to go into the second one. But it's unfair to go into the third, fourth, etc. That we are very considerate in the students' interest aspects, etc. Also, the GCGC now, earlier it is called as the TNP unit, has been doing a good job in finding out the industries and convincing them the Githam brand image. And it is not ours alone. I have to thank the students who passed out from this university doing a good job. That's how the same recruiters are coming year after the year. It is, we are training, but it is also our students who are passing out doing a good job when they join there. They have the confidence, and the training we have given to access were faced by the students, and they take it also as the challenge. Without their support, sitting long hours in front of the computer in training and studying, we would not have reached this stage. And as you know well, many of the universities, they were not able to complete the examinations, whereas almost on time, like a regular schedule, we complete the results, and also we announced Monday onwards we are planning to distribute the progress certificate and also marks card, the consolidated marks card for the final years. That means we are more or less with the same schedule as it has been happening with the well-planned program, and also with the support. I have to congratulate and also thank the students for cooperating with us in the online teaching. So many people feel that the online teaching is not effective. It cannot replace the on-campus teaching. It is true. If that chance is there, we prefer only on-campus teaching. But when the conditions are not permitting, we have to find what is the best alternative. In that direction, we trained our faculty in the summer 2020 how to take the online classes. Considerable time was spent in training our people for online teaching. In that way, the people have come forward in the training and placement activities normally used to go on the campus. We could do them using the virtual mode. The same thing is going on for 2022. Would be passed out back. Now the training is going on. And placement, last 2 to 3 years, we have been focusing on increasing the average salary of our students. So that is how I'm happy to note from our training and placement director, the salary has gone up to 4.8 lakhs on average. I'm very happy, 4.8 lakhs in the sense with the increment. But this increment will come slowly. Our aim is to reach about 6 to 7 lakhs annum package at par with many of the IITs or NITs. Their average salary is about 6 lakhs. And I'm confident that we'll be able to reach in the next 2 to 3 years because the improvement will be gradual. Our aim is to reach that. The more notable thing is BSc education. Generally, people opt to professional education thinking that job opportunities are better for professional education. But this year, 2 BSc students got 10 lakhs per annum package, more than the average of engineering students. When we started the course BSc, we surveyed and got the information from Delhi University and some of the universities who have started similar kind of courses. What are the job opportunities have been studied and planned where we introduced that subject. And I'm happy further in that direction. This year, we have signed MOUs with TCS to start cognitive systems in the BSc. That is a specialized course. And TCS themselves said we require a lot of people. That is how they are supporting our program. And similarly, BCom, Business Management System, that is another in the commercial, and they are supporting us in training our faculty. And also, we are starting with the B optometry. The optometry is, there is a shortage of eye doctors in the country, and most of the job, what the eye doctors, non-invasive, that is when you go for the sight testing, etc., a qualified doctor need not spend. A trained person will be able to attend many of the needs of that. With LV Prasad Eye Institute, we are starting the course on B optometry. This year, we have 3 new programs are coming with the hope that the employability should be better in the city of Hyderabad and also states of Telangana. It should be better with that to serve the local community, and also Hyderabad being one of the software cities, we chose to go into 2 software and LV Prasad, the eye optometry in the health sector.
There's going to be a quiz program after this. Okay. Do you know which magazine rated my company? Just kidding, just kidding. Okay. So I'm married and I have a couple of kids. Marriage, you need to have some skills when you get married and have kids. What is the most important skill? To tell stories. And I'm going to start with a story today. Okay? This is a story about a shepherd. A shepherd is grazing his flock of sheep in a remote village, a quaint village. And he suddenly sees a shiny silver car approaching him in the horizon. And this car suddenly approaches him and then skids in front of him in a rash manner. And then from the car, he sees one gentleman coming out, all decked up, suited. He walks up to the shepherd and he says, "Hey shepherd, if I tell you the number of sheep in your flock, would you give one of them to me?" The shepherd says, "Okay, good enough, fair enough. Go ahead." This guy walks back to his car, pulls out his laptop, connects to a GPS device, runs some software, and then he comes back to the shepherd and says, "We have 40 sheep." Shepherd is surprised. He says, "Yeah, that's the correct number." So now he says, "Can I pick one?" He says, "Yeah, go ahead, pick one." So this guy picks one and walks back to his car. And while he's walking back, the shepherd stops him. He says, "Stranger, if I tell you who you are, would you give back whatever you just picked up?" The stranger says, "Yes, fair enough." And then This guy says, you are a management consultant. He says, how did you know? Very simple. You came out of nowhere, gave me the information which I already knew. Number two, you took my dog instead of the sheep. What I wanted to tell is that you guys are all entering the corporate world. One of the key important things is for you to understand the business that you are in. People get in, you have skills, you all understand, you're all the achievers, but once you get inside, the key thing that is going to differentiate the kind of products you're building and the quality of the products is the knowledge of the business. So you just not learn about the skills that you have, you also need to spend time to understand, build a holistic view of the problem that you're trying to solve, holistic view of the business. You also need to understand the customer's needs. Only then you will be able to deliver or give a product which the customer is happy about it. Otherwise, you will be a failure. There will be a lot of reworks, and reworks, as you know, are expensive. You have to spend a lot of money again, a lot of time lost. So it's very important that when you enter into companies, start learning about the organization, start learning about your customers, and then you'll be able to give a better quality product. I won't end my stories here. I have one more story. This story is about my former chairman in my former company. His name is Ivan Seidenberg. Before he became the chairman of the company, it's a Fortune 15 company with around $135 billion revenue. Do you know what he was before he joined the company? He was a janitor, person who sweeps floors in the bathroom and washes bathrooms, those kind of things. So he was a janitor. And it so happened that while he was working as a janitor, after a couple of years or a year after that, his superintendent came to him and he said, hey Ivan, I know that you wanted to go to college. There's a telco company, if you get a job there, they will give you money or they sponsor your college tuition fee. Ivan was surprised. He said, you knew a year back that I wanted to get into college. Why didn't you tell me this before? So this superintendent tells him, I wanted to see if you are really worthy of it. So he saw that, so what it means is that whatever job you get, whatever work you have, if you do a bang of a job of it, you will always get noticed. So when you get into the corporate world, you also need to look and see, what kind of work have you got. If you do a bang of a job, work hard. Professor touched upon it. Once you get into corporates, whatever you do is going to reflect back on the institution, and the institution gains so much, and the students studying here also gain so much. They get a lot of opportunities. So what is the badge that you are going to wear when you're going? You're already achievers. You have to keep on achieving. As you go in, you all need to be noticed. So what can you do to get noticed? What is your key thing? You need to start thinking about it. On an IT side, I can say the guy who's walking in would want to be known as the best coder. If you are a pharmacist, you want to be known as the best pharmacist out there. If you are a lawyer, if you are in B school, you want to be known as the best business guy, the guy who can solve issues. So what is the badge that you want to carry, and how many badges can you carry on yourself as you progress in your career? That's going to determine your success or failure. So moving on, the other thing, one thing that I personally am terrified when somebody asks this question, what is your passion? Right? A lot of times people ask you, have you found your passion and things like that. So one of the most dreadful questions, a lot of times people say if you have your passion for something and if you work in that same field, you'll be very successful. And to find a passion is not so easy. Steve Jobs found his passion. Not everybody can find their passion. You take number of years, you take 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, some might find it early, some might not find it at all. So what is in our hands? What is in our hands is the work that we have. So as you enter into corporates, whatever work comes to you, you start understanding what is that work, you start developing interest in that and start building passion on it. So there's not going to be only one passion, you start getting different kinds of things, you start building passion for everything that you're doing. That is how you start growing. My personal example, I worked in the IT industry for close to 17 years before, 18 years before I quit the company. I was in the software side, and when I started my company, I got into IoT, a lot of electronic stuff. I design and architect a lot of electronic systems. I have no clue about electronics. I had no idea what a PCB was, what it does, what happens inside the PCB, things like that. But I developed that passion, started taking interest in that, and then as time progressed, that became my thing. So like that, in your job, you will find various types of works that you get. You need to start building your interest, and then you start understanding this thing, and then that will become your passion. To give you an example, how many of you know Leonardo da Vinci? Okay, so he was born in 1450s and all, and he was known to be a great sculptor. He was a engineer. He was an artist. He was a painter. So a lot of different kind of fields. Do you think what kind of passion he would have had? What was his single passion? He didn't have a single passion. So whatever you discover as you go along in your life and career, you start experiencing that. So it's mostly about instead of you discovering your passion, you start discovering various things that you can build your passion upon, and that is how you can deliver quality work and you can grow in your careers. I've been talking the last few minutes talking about business skills, working hard, or you build your passion, do things like that. So have I really implemented that? Now I started my own company, so what did I learn? What did I do? Absolutely yes. Now today the company that I run, I don't have one single customer. So when you talk about business, knowledge of business, today I have multiple clients, tens of clients, and I need to learn the business about every one of them. Each one of them I need to understand what kind of things they require, what they need to do. So these are things that I learned in my corporate world. And I had to work hard and then build passion. Like I said, when I started on IoT, we started with one small product. We did a telecom remote monitoring system, and then somebody came and said, hey, we have an energy monitoring system that we want to do. We started doing that. Then we started doing GPS, then we started doing gas monitoring. So anything to do with monitoring, we started building those things. So not so many products. So I can't go and tell today, I have my passion for only one subject or one area. It's how you inculcate these kind of things. And all of this is possible only because of working for a big organization. And you need to build a career in an organization. A lot of times people come in, they say, we'll quit in 1 year or 2 years, there's a new package coming in. I don't know why you choose the company that you choose. Is it because of the money or because of the company's brand? But end of the day, you need to build a career with a company. A lot of folks don't understand what is building a career with a company. You just quit in 1 year or 2 years. But if you build a career with a company like I did, I grew in. I went in as a developer, then became a lead, a manager, delivery head. I spent 14 years in this company. You get to gain a lot of various experiences. Now today, I can proudly say that I understand because I've worked with various business leaders and have seen the company's ups, the downs, the growth zones, the profit areas. So I know how companies deal with them. When there's a downturn, what do they do? What programs they chop off? How do they manage their employees? And when they are in the growth path, how do they manage the bonuses? How do they take care of the employees? Lot of things that you learn. I would say it's about people on the business side, the faculty or the management not like it. You don't need to get an MBA. You just walk into a corporate, you are doing an MBA right there. That is your MBA. Okay, you don't need to go to any graduate school because these big companies that you are joining today, the minute you enter, you are going to come out with another degree in your hand. Last but not the least, my experience, and all of you would have also faced it in your life, there are good days, there are also a lot of bad days. There will be bad days also. So how do you manage it? You need to look back at your own good days. What are the good things that happened to you? What are the successes that you had? Look at all of you here. You have studied 40 to 60 subjects. You have that in you. So this is a success for you. And when you enter, if it's a minor failure, you can look back and say, hey, if I can do those 40 subjects, the 50 subjects of very different zones or areas that you have studied in, I can crack this code, I can do this job. So why not? So like that, you need to start looking back. You don't need to look at inspirations from Steve Jobs or Bill Gates, anybody. Just look back at yourself. You are yourself your own inspirators, right? So with that, I would end my speech. Thanks, you have been a great audience, listening patiently. I also thank the management and the faculty of Geetham Institute for inviting me over and having me as a guest here. I really appreciate this. Thank you all.